All right, you guys. So, take a TV, like, share, subscribe, salute to everybody tapping on in. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Let's get right into this video, man. It's today an explosive article has come out. And to the sister Eugenia, 6788. How you doing, sister? Much love to you. You says Kawhi must haunt you in your sleep. Well, sister, I'm gonna say this to you. No. But this story I'm about to put out is gonna haunt you in your sleep and anybody else who jackstrap booty hole sniff this dude. Oh yeah, the truth is gonna come out, sister. So, Sister Gina, that's your name, Gina, Sister Gina. Um, with that goddamn chin strap you got on, yeah, sit your ass down somewhere and shut the hell up. Now let's get right into this story. And I apologize for being interrupted by Sister Gina today, man. I apologize. Who got the facial hair? But let's get right into it, right? So today, an explosive article just came out on Kawhi's Uncle Denny, exposing Uncle Denny Robertson in the Washington Post. Lord have mercy, man. So Uncle Denny ass is cooked. Point blank period. Now the Washington Post just put this article out this morning, exposing Kawhi Leonard's uncle, Uncle Denny Robinson. Now, the title of the article in the Washington Post is "The Rise of Uncle Dennis, the Advisor at the Center of an NBA Scandal." The walls are closing in, Kawhi. The walls are closing in. The truth is gonna reign forever. See, these trolls who jockstrap booty holes, and it's funny how this dude got fans. I don't understand how he have any fans. His fans got to be the lamest people on planet Earth to be fans of a lame ass nigga. But we gonna cook. So basically, the article, it says Kawhi Leonard's uncle and advisor helped him build his business and courted controversy in the process. And I'm gonna read this article to you guys because this article says some crazy things, man. That it's over with. It's over with. So it says the meeting was set for July afternoon in 2019, and the goal was clear: close the deal with Kawhi Leonard, the reigning Finals MVP and top prize winner NBA summer. With high stakes or stakes that high, the Los Angeles Clippers enlisted big names: Doc Rivers, their coach, who hosted the meeting at his house in Malibu; Jerry West, the Hall of Famer, and team consultant Lawrence Frank, the team's president of basketball operations; and Steve Ballmer, the richest owner in basketball. Kawhi Leonard brought his agent, his mom, Kim, and his uncle, Dennis Robinson. Only Kawhi Leonard and his agent were officially authorized to negotiate, but as the meeting went on, it was clear to Jerry West whom the Clippers needed to win over. And I quote, Dennis seemed to be the commander of the Roost, Jerry West said later. In a previously unreported deposition, they got the paperwork coming out, y'all. We got a paperwork party. We got a paperwork party. Didn't I tell y'all they gonna get exposed? It's only so long fake thugs can pretend, nigga. They going to the depositions now that y'all never ever heard about. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend. You scribbled on your notepad and created your life. Huh? You made it a hot line, I made it a hot song, nigga. Let's keep going. Let me put this on the screen for everybody. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the street. I'ma cook Kawhi in the ass. And all his capping ass jabronis. I put it on the screen so you can read along with me on this article. We can play read along, you guys. Y'all know I love to play read along and bring up facts. Read closely, y'all. They got this fool on paperwork, depositions. It's about to get ugly. It says And I quote, Dennis seemed to be the commander of the Roost, Jerry West said later in a previously unreported deposition for a lawsuit related to the team's pursuit of Kawhi Leonard. Second paragraph. Dennis Robertson, a retired banking executive and Kawhi Leonard's unofficial manager, didn't, but niggas say I'm fairy tales, nigga. I'm lying. I'm making up shit. Nigga, get on your motherfucking knees, bitch. I'm a motherfucking living legend, nigga. Uncle Dennis Robertson, a retired banking executive and Kawhi Leonard's unofficial manager, didn't just want a maximum salary for his nephew, Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer, the owner of the LA fucking strippers. Get on your knees and bow down to a nigga who's greater, boy. That paperwork coming out now. What was said in the dark will be brought to the light. Jock strap sniffing ain't easy. Boy, I'm the motherfucking king, nigga. And them lanes start laughing. Same sucker nigga want the king on the track. Uncle Dennis Robinson, read this second paragraph. A retired banking executive and Kawhi Leonard's unofficial manager didn't just want a maximum salary for his nephew. Steve Ballmer, the owner of the strippers, said in a deposition for the same case, he wanted sponsorship opportunities for Kawhi Leonard and a house for himself. These motherfuckers said that all that shit I was saying was fairy tales. No, nigga. Get on your motherfucking knees, bitch ass niggas. Get on your knees, nigga. And we got 2 words for you. Let me repeat this again. This is unreported. Today, this article dropped. A bomb from Harlem. I told y'all this. Friday the 13th, my CD dropped. Pump more bass than PB. What? You can go read the article today in the Washington Post. Oh my God. It gets deeper and deeper. But they said clickbait. They said, oh, you guys believe in all this shit. Yes, motherfucker. I told y'all. When Ticket TV shoot, he do not miss when the game is on the line. I don't miss. The depositions are coming out. What was said in private are now brought out in public. Read that again. Let's go back and read these first. This is the killer. This isn't. See, man, them niggas ain't got no sources, man. Who them niggas talking to, nigga? Shut the fuck up, nigga. Source number 1, Jerry West. Bitch boy. I'm an ass man. They call me Mr. Ass Man. Source number 1, the late Jerry West. In depositions that was never seen in the public. He said Uncle Dennis, he said, seemed to be the commander do y'all not read this? Of the Roost. West said later in a previously unreported deposition for a lawsuit related to the team's pursuit of Kawhi Leonard. Dennis Robertson, a retired banking executive and Kawhi's unofficial manager, didn't just want a maximum salary for his nephew. These motherfuckers told me I was hating and lying, bitch ass nigga. But Steve Ballmer said this shit in private, in a deposition, in a sworn legal deposition. Bitch boys. Now, y'all remember all this slander I took for all these years. All this slander I took for daring to tell the truth about good old Weak Knee. Everybody came at me and said, oh, Ticket, you lying, you capping. You full of shit, nigga. You haven't know, nigga. It's all coming out. It's all coming out, bitch. See, I'm a living legend. And you niggas is walking shit stains. I told you whole ass niggas. You can't fuck with me, nigga. I'm on a different stratosphere. The depositions have came out. Uh-oh. I got myself a... But really, I don't need the heat. They heart pump college. They heart pump... Lord, Jesus have mercy. Them niggas heart pump Project Kool-Aid. They sweet. Read that second paragraph. I ain't even get through the article, y'all. Read the second paragraph. Dennis Robertson, a retired banking executive, and Kawhi Leonard's unofficial manager. This is even though Jerry West and all of them said he didn't even have legal right to negotiate for Kawhi. In the meeting at Doc Rivers' house, he took over. This isn't some Tom, Dick, or motherfucking Harry. Steve Ballmer is exposed. And I took all that slander for telling the fucking truth. Today is my day of vengeance. As the Washington Post, today, at 5 a.m. this morning, dropped a bomb for Harlem that will be heard around the world of the NBA basketball realms. Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Los Angeles Strippers, not no little bullshit ass executive, not no nigga that's recording, sitting on the sideline, being able to get at the fucking games. Now, we talking about the owner in a sworn deposition. Dennis Robertson, a retired banking executive, and Kawhi Leonard's unofficial manager, did not just want a maximum salary for his nephew. Ballmer said in a deposition for the same case, he wanted sponsorship opportunities for Kawhi and a house for himself. NBA rules allow Steve Ballmer only to make quote-unquote introductions, he told Uncle Dennis, according to his deposition. What transpired next is unclear, but Kawhi Leonard and Uncle Robertson chose Los Angeles, then set out on expanding their business and real estate portfolios, ushering the Clippers into a swirl of controversy and lawsuits in the process. But wait, there's more. Y'all know when Ticket cook, y'all know I'm gonna cook till it ain't no more cook left on this thing. See, you can come on YouTube and talk all this capping ass shit about Ticket, but the one thing you won't say is I'm a motherfucking liar. And the one thing you ain't gonna say, bitch ass nigga, you ain't gonna say I'm lying, nigga. Now get that motherfucking dribble off your face. You ain't gonna say I'm a liar. That's what you not gonna do. Now let's keep going. Let's keep going. Look at Uncle Dennis. Look at Uncle Dennis. Look at Uncle Dennis. Let's keep going. Woo! Hustle man and shooter. That's a fact, nigga. Extendos in my Mac, nigga. Hey, man. So even in a league notorious for back channel negotiations and handshake deals. Dennis Robertson, known in NBA circles as Uncle Dennis, stands out for his bold pursuit of unconventional agreements that channel income into Kawhi Leonard's pockets and his own. Too raw, they can't deny it now. They got these niggas on, they got the hidden sworn depositions from Jerry West and from Steve Ballmer. They can't hide this shit now. The news went and did it. And I told y'all, it's all gonna come out because they're gonna lay the smack down on Kawhi and the Clippers gonna get the death penalty. And I told y'all this. And y'all niggas, all y'all niggas went against me when I sat up here first and told y'all. But it's all coming out now. Let's read that line again. Even in the league, notorious for back channel negotiations and handshake deals, Dennis Robertson, known in NBA circles as Uncle Dennis, stands out for his bold pursuit of unconventional agreements that channel income into Kawhi Leonard's pockets and his own. According to report records obtained by the Washington Post in interviews with people who know him, those pursuits have left a trail of conflict in their wake, peaking with allegations surfaced by journalist Pablo Torre that Steve Ballmer bypassed the NBA salary cap rules by funding a no-show marketing agreement for Leonard with a team sponsor aspiration whose founder is facing federal charges. The NBA is investigating the allegations, which Steve Ballhead and Kawhi have both denied. But the revelations, together with court records and interviews with more 24 people around Kawhi. Let me repeat this again. But the revelations, together with court records, not words, asshole, like, not innuendos, jabroni. Court records. But the revelations, together with court records and interviews with more than 24, that's 24 people, more than 24 people around Kawhi Leonard. Not these niggas on YouTube who ain't been around Kawhi, who put their face all in a doo-doo jockstrap and sniff. Shed light on the shadowy secondary economy that fuels player movement in the NBA and the unique role that Uncle Dennis Robertson plays in that market. It's a saga of greed, fame, and betrayal that has captivated sports fans and ensnared one of the best and most mysterious players of his generation. It is bad, y'all. Let me show y'all what it said next. And I told y'all, when I come to cook, this is going to be everlasting cook. This ain't going to be a cook that just fill you up for one meal. This is going to be a cook that fill you up for a lifetime. And I told y'all, if you bet, you better bet on ticket. Because when I say shit, nigga ain't in here talking to hear my voice. Didn't I tell y'all this? But y'all want to bet on niggas who's a bunch of fucking nobodies hating on a big dog, nigga. No, nigga. You a puppy. And I'm a big dog. I'm an ass man. They call me Mr. Ass Man. Next paragraph. It soon began after Kawhi Leonard turned pro. It's all coming out now. It's all coming out about this fraud. I told y'all this. It soon began after Kawhi Leonard turned pro, when the sports agency that signed him put Uncle Dennis Robertson on his payroll and sent payments to a pair of KL LLCs. According to allegations, Kawhi Leonard's former agent made in a lawsuit against the agency, which denied those allegations in court filings. Let's keep going. It's about to get good, dog. Smash the like button, y'all. Come on in here, man. I told y'all, them niggas got mad when I said the nigga name is Kawhi. Them niggas got mad because I told you nigga to lie. Them niggas was hating on me, nigga. And I told them niggas, boy, don't you ever stand against me, nigga. The walls got ears, little nigga. I hear when you talk. Let's get this shit clear, little nigga. I wake up, nigga. I stare at the ceiling. I'm alive. That's a beautiful feeling. I put my vest on right after I put on my drawers, boy. It's a habit. More like I'm prepared for woe. Hey, man. Next paragraph. Later, Kawhi Leonard's college strength coach got a job with the strippers. Listen to this greedy ass shit. But I'm lying, motherfucker. No, I'm the realest motherfucker out. I'm the last real nigga alive. And that's official. Later, Kawhi Leonard's college strength coach got a job with the strippers on the condition that he pay unlicensed ass, greedy ass Dennis Robertson 10% of his salary. The coach said in an ongoing wrongful termination lawsuit he filed against the strippers, who have sought to move this dispute to private arbitration. And when Kawhi Leonard was seeking a new contract in 2019, records show that Uncle Dennis Robertson's childhood friend tried to extract a payment from the strippers if Kawhi Leonard signed with the team, dragging Steve Ballmer and the late, great Jerry West into depositions before a judge dismissed the case. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Boy, this thing is crazy. This thing is crazy. But y'all listen to Kawhi. When that motherfucker said, hey, man, you know, I don't get the clickbait, you know what I'm saying? You know, nah, nigga, Pablo ain't show no clickbait. Pablo showed receipts. You lying ass, capping ass. Pablo showed receipts, Playboy. Why y'all ain't want that smoke with Pablo? Pablo showed receipts. But you came out talking about clickbait. No, we ain't finna do that, dog. No. Let's keep going. Through it all, Dennis Robertson has served as his nephew's primary business partner and is listed as a manager for 9 of the 25 LL. This nigga Kawhi got 25 LLCs registered to his name. Let me repeat that line again. Y'all niggas thought y'all was gonna beat me, nigga. Nigga, I'm the Brett the Hitman Hart of this shit, nigga. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, boy. Fuck wrong with you niggas, man. I'll stuff my hole into you, nigga. Check it. Hey, man, the LDBC always win, nigga. The fuck wrong with you niggas? Through it all, Dennis Robertson has served as his nephew's primary business partner and is listed as a manager for 9 of the 25 LLCs registered to Kawhi Leonard, according to records filed with state authorities. Not rumors, records filed with state authorities. The LA strippers denied to comment on the record for this story and have said they'll cooperate with the NBA's investigation of the aspiration deal. Dennis Robertson, who rarely issues public statements, didn't respond to interview requests or detailed questions for this story. Neither did Kawhi or his agent, Mitch Frankel. At the Clippers Media Day this fall, Kawhi Leonard said he and his representatives did nothing wrong. But his uncle's business moves have brought at least one consequence. The spotlight Kawhi Leonard has long sought to avoid now shines brighter than ever. He still has that banking mindset Carlos do, who managed players at the sports agency that signed Kawhi Leonard, said of Uncle Dennis Robertson. He's about what he can get and how he can get it. Hey, boy, they put names on this shit. They put names on this. They put names on this. They put names on this one. And I'm going to read this part. I ain't even got to put this part on the screen. It said, in the fall of 2007, an unusual visitor, you guys. In the fall of 2007, an unusual visitor walked into the gym at Martin Luther King Junior High School in Riverside, California. Coach Tim Sweeney Jr. didn't typically allow parents into practice, but he made an exception for the uncle of a promising new transfer, especially given that he come all the way from the East Coast. Dennis Robertson, who worked in banking at the time, told Sweeney not to pigeonhole his 16-year-old nephew as a quote-unquote big man. Sweeney agreed. He saw the 6'6" long-arm forward as a Division I wing, and over time, the coach built a rapport with Dennis Robertson, who Sweeney said flew out a few times a year for big games. He definitely was involved all throughout high school, Sweeney recalled. Dennis was one of the main people that wanted him to come over to Riverside King. A few months later, Kawhi Leonard's father, unfortunately, RIP to his father, was shot to death while closing up shop at the car wash he owned. With my dad passing away, there aren't too many men in the family, and Uncle Robertson is a great guy to just talk to that has been through my experiences at my age, Kawhi Leonard told the San Antonio Express News in 2014. He's just been through my life already. Now, Uncle Dennis had been in a high school, he had been a high school basketball star himself at Susan Miller Dorsey High, a renowned Los Angeles public school that counts lawyer Rob Kardashian and author Charles Bukowski as former students. Uncle Dennis gained a reputation as a smooth talker who was obsessed with basketball, persuading classmates to rebound for him at a local park. Uncle Dennis was always running his mouth, said his classmate Talacey Goodrum. He'll ask you any question, even uncomfortable questions. He didn't care. He eventually played at the College of Idaho, majoring in business administration. Teammate Doug Brigham, a fellow business major, recalled Uncle Dennis transitioning seamlessly onto the Royal campus. You want to be around him, said Brigham, who is now the college's president, and noted that Uncle Dennis often returns as a guest speaker. You could tell he was going to have a career and do well at whatever he was doing. With the Wall Street boom in full swing, Dennis Robertson moved east for a job in the finance industry, working his way up to become a vice president of retail banking at Chase. He commuted to Manhattan from a condominium in New Jersey, while most of his family remained in Southern California, including Kim and her son, who had just become a modest college prospect. Justin Hudson, the San Diego State assistant coach who recruited Kawhi, recalled that he had a small circle: his mom, his uncle, high school coach, two AAU coaches. No one asked for money or challenged Kim, who was running the show, he said. Dennis Robinson was in the loop, but not overbearing, Hudson said. He wasn't there when the coaches visited Kawhi Leonard's home or when Kawhi Leonard visited campus. Two former San Diego State athletic directors and two former teammates said they didn't remember meeting or hearing of Uncle Dennis either, even as the nephew led the team to the Sweet 16 as a sophomore. Hudson said he liked Dennis Robinson, but spoke to him less than weekly and never about things such as playing time or the NBA. It was just, how's my nephew's doing? But as Kawhi Leonard developed into an NBA prospect, Dennis Robertson advised his sister behind the scenes on how to handle the agents who swarmed her son. According to two people with direct knowledge of the situation, who, like others in this story, spoke under the condition of anonymity to discuss private negotiations, Kawhi Leonard's ascendance came at the perfect time for Impact Sports, a successful NFL football agency whose founder, named Mitch Frankel, was looking for a star to lead his new basketball division. Mitch Frankel, who was based in Florida, built on the Southern California operation in part by hiring Mr. Dew as a recruiter and partnering with Brian Elphis. When Kawhi decided to go to the NBA after his sophomore season, he signed with Mr. Elphis and Impact in part because, let me put this on the screen. I gotta put this part on the screen. This is too good. This is too fucking good, bro. Everybody talking about, hey, Ticket, man, we talking about, nigga. I told y'all this, nigga. I'm a living legend, nigga. When I say stuff, bro, I know I ain't lying. But the truth always gonna come out, and it may take years. This truth took 6 years, 7 years to come out for me. 6 years to be exact. But today, ladies and gentlemen, after all of these buffoons turn their back on me, talk shit about me, sneak diss me, now they're gonna have to kiss the motherfucking ring. Read your screen. When Leonard decided to go pro after his sophomore season, he signed with Elphis and Impact. Read this, y'all. In part because of the under-the-table payments and that are common across the basketball business. Let me read this again. First paragraph, Washington Post. When Kawhi Leonard decided to go pro after his sophomore season, he signed with Elvis and Impact, in part because of under-the-table payments that are common across the basketball business. According to 4 people with knowledge of the situation and allegations Elvis later made in court, Impact put Uncle Dennis Robertson and Kawhi Leonard's mother on the payroll for at least 5 years and made payments of $17,741 and $16,189 to 2 unnamed LLCs referred to as KL3 and KL4. Elvis alleged in court. The agency denied those allegations in court and reached a settlement with Mr. Elvis, who declined an interview request for this story. Mitch Frankel, Kawhi's agent, did not respond to interview requests or detailed questions. In 2011, Kawhi Leonard was drafted 15th overall and signed a boilerplate rookie contract for 4 years and $8.3 million. 3 years later, he helped the Spurs win a championship and was named the Finals MVP, setting himself up for a massive new deal that would secure generational wealth. That year, that same year, Uncle Dennis Robertson retired from banking. According to his online biography, he took a position at Protocol International, the corporate etiquette training company founded by his wife, Cheryl Walker Robertson, as president of Protocol's elite athletic division. Uncle Dennis provided consulting and coaching and guidance to pro athletes, colleges and universities, high schools, and AAU teams, the biography said. But in his main job, it appeared to be running Kawhi Leonard Inc. He started making appearances at Impact offices, where everyone called him Uncle Dennis. The nickname struck some as odd because Dennis Robertson had a more professional background than some of the other uncles who hung around their players. But 2 former Impact employees said that Uncle Dennis Robertson liked the persona because it belied his financial expertise. Quickly, according to Dew and 2 others, Dennis Robertson began boxing out Mr. Elvis, referring to work and his work directly to Kawhi's agent, Mitch Frankel. Mr. Elvis left in 2016 and sued Impact, claiming he did not get his cut off of a large commission. The case ended with a settlement, records show, and Mitch Frankel, Kawhi's agent, has been Kawhi's sole official representative ever since. Uncle Dennis later told ESPN that Kawhi's agent, Mitch Frankel, paid him as a consultant. Mitch is going to do whatever it takes to hold on to Kawhi, Mr. Dew said. In 2015, Kawhi Leonard won Defensive Player of the Year and signed a rookie maximum contract extension for 5 years and $94.3 million. 2 weeks Before the start of the next season, he bought land to build a new house for his mom in San Antonio. And Dennis Robertson bought a condo in South Florida. The Leonard business was booming, and Uncle Robertson had secured the position as chief advisor. For a while, San Antonio seemed like paradise. Kawhi Leonard won another Defensive Player of the Year award and was a perennial MVP candidate, finishing second in voting in 2016 and third in 2017, all while maintaining a low public profile, lower than most athletes of his stature. He does not want to be a superstar, his mom, Kim, once told ESPN. He does not want to be in the limelight. He just wants to be good at what he loves to do, she said. His inner circle hadn't changed much since high school. A few close relatives, his longtime girlfriend, and his childhood friend, Jeremy Castleberry, who played with Kawhi in high school and college, has been an assistant coach for Kawhi Leonard's pro teams ever since 2015. Kawhi Leonard wasn't active on social media and rarely appeared in commercials, instead working with Uncle Dennis to find lower profile off-court opportunities. He hired a New York City lawyer to register a real estate holding company and listed Randy Shelton, his strength and conditioning coach at San Diego State, as the manager of a new company called KL2 Performance, which hosted basketball clinics in Southern California. One of Impact's major investors told ESPN that he helped Uncle Dennis and Kawhi Leonard find an investment property in Manhattan that earned them 7 figures a year in rental income. But the trouble began in 2017. Let me put this on the screen. Everybody's got a price to pay with the $1 Million Man. Money, 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 money. Smash the like button, y'all. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Mr. Mass, know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni. What it has to do is that Steve Ballmer is on legal paperwork saying, Uncle Dennis, you better know your role and shut your mouth, Mr. Ass. I'm an ass man. They call me Mr. Ass Man. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's just put this part on the screen, too. Yeah, we're going to do that. But the trouble began, top of the screen, y'all. But the trouble began, you guys, in 2017. Early in the year, Uncle Dennis Robinson demanded that he and his nephew Kawhi Leonard get equity stakes in the Impact Agency, according to 2 people with knowledge of the request. The NBA's CBA, collective bargaining agreement, prohibits players from owning equity in a business that represents other players. LeBron James and the NBA have denied rumors that LeBron James owns a stake in Clutch Sports Group, the agency founded by James' longtime friend, Trick Paul. And we all know what we think about that. We all know what we think about Clutch Sports. See, this is why Mr. Mass is a liar, y'all. And he's disingenuous. And he's a POS. This is why. He will say all this slander about LeBron James and Clutch and all this other stuff. But he won't bat an eye about Kawhi Leonard. He'll get on his knees and go, girl. It's your birthday. Open wide. Master's thirsty. He don't buy no drinks at the bar. Pop champagne because he got that. Let me see you say, ah. So, meanwhile, second paragraph, Impact was recruiting a promising college prospect named O.G. Anunoby, whose favorite player was Kawhi Leonard. When the agency asked Kawhi Leonard to reach out to Anunoby, Uncle Dennis refused on Kawhi Leonard's behalf because Impact would not give them equity. One person with knowledge of the situation said. Anunoby, whose representatives did not respond to a request for comment, eventually signed with a different agency. Impact eventually dissolved and Mitch Frankel left, bringing Kawhi Leonard with him. Injuries led to Kawhi Leonard to miss all but 9 games of the 2017-2018 season. Spurs officials complained that Uncle Dennis and Kawhi Leonard's personal training team held him back even after team doctors cleared him. ESPN reported that Kawhi and his camp were distant and disconnected from the Spurs. And Dennis Robertson gave a rare interview to deny the story. At the same time, Kawhi Leonard's negotiations for a new sneaker deal stalled with Michael Jordan's brand, the division of Nike that had sponsored him since he entered the league. Behind the scene, Uncle Dennis was encouraging Kawhi Leonard to leave San Antonio and Nike behind, people close to them said. Kawhi Leonard then demanded a trade, landed in Toronto, signed with New Balance, and promptly won another title and Finals MVP trophy. In the champagne-soaked Raptors locker room, Kawhi Leonard and Uncle Dennis Robertson took their most famous picture together. Leonard is grinning, ski goggles perched on his forehead, and Uncle Robertson is beaming, decked out in a KL2 New Balance shirt. That summer, Kawhi Leonard was eligible for the NBA's highest salary brand, and suitors lined up to pay him. Toronto was an unlikely forever home, but Dennis Robertson asked the Raptors for an ownership stake in the Maple Leafs and $10 million a year in sponsorship income, the Toronto Star reported. Once again, Uncle Dennis asking for the moon. Dude remembered thinking anytime he heard about Uncle Dennis's proposals. In reality, Uncle Dennis's eyes had long been on Los Angeles, and an old friend there was willing to help. His friendship with Johnny Wilkes stretched back to their days as high school basketball teammates. They had carpooled in Wilkes' 1972 Cadillac, double dated to prom, and stayed in touch over the decades, according to Mr. Wilkes and mutual friends. Photos show Mr. Wilkes helping Kawhi Leonard's mother move out of her San Antonio home. Dennis Robertson attending Wilkes' mother's 70th birthday party, and Mr. Wilkes joining Kawhi Leonard's family in Oakland to watch the Raptors play the Warriors in the 2019 NBA Finals. Inseparable classmate DeCuba McMillan Porter said of Johnny Wilkes and Kawhi Leonard's uncle Dennis Robertson, they were like brothers. Wilkes had connections of his own. His older brother played a few years in the NBA in the early 90s, in the early 80s. Wilkes sometimes texted Uncle Dennis asking whether he was interested in representing certain players he knew. Among those he encountered on the Southern California hoop circuit was none other than Lakers legend Earvin Magic Johnson, who was the Lakers president at this time of basketball operations and former star for the team. Johnny Wilkes later testified that he first wanted to help get Kawhi Leonard to the Los Angeles Lakers. In his sworn deposition, he said that he talked to Earvin Magic Johnson about the Lakers paying him a finder's fee if Kawhi Leonard signed with the team, and that he planned to share the fee with Kawhi Leonard's uncle, Dennis Robertson. Let me put that on the screen. Y'all need to see this. This is all the illegal shit that Kawhi Leonard and his dusty-ass uncle have been accused of. Let me put this on the screen. Because you got a guy like Mr. Mass, he has no morals. He's a walking shit stain. He's a steaming walking piece of shit. Because this dude have everything to say about LeBron James, but as soon as somebody else get exposed, Mr. Ass, he starts showing his ass. And it's got hair all over it. Point blank period. And he got crush stains in them drawers too. You need to crack some bleach in them things, boy. Once again, Wilkes later testified that he first wanted to help get Leonard to the Lakers. In his deposition, he said that he talked to Johnson, Magic Johnson, about the Lakers paying him a finder's fee if Kawhi Leonard signed with the team, and that he planned to share the fee with Uncle Capping Ass Dennis Robertson. Then, on April the 9th, look at this, y'all. Y'all got to see what happened. This is some real shit, because this is hidden secrets. They leaved out. Had lost love for Steve Stout. It all makes sense now. Remember when Earvin Magic Johnson quit? We all thought it was because of Rob Pelinka. Remember this, y'all? I want everybody to understand something. Remember when Earvin Magic Johnson quit? Do everybody in this chat room remember when Magic quit? Remember when Magic quit? Everybody was thinking that it was Rob Pelinka. Everybody was blaming Rob. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Let me show y'all this next line, because this is going to blow your mind. So as y'all see on y'all screen, it said that Wilkes later testified that he first wanted help to help Kawhi Leonard get to the Lakers. So the Lakers shit was real. In his deposition in court, he said that he talked to Magic Johnson about the Lakers paying him a finder's fee if the Kawhi Leonard signed with the team, and he planned to share that fee with Uncle Dennis Robertson. Read the next line, y'all. This shit is crazy. But then, on April the 9th, Magic Johnson announced his surprise resignation from the Lakers. In his deposition, Johnny Wilkes said that Uncle Dennis Robertson asked him to arrange a meeting. And listen, Magic, now it all makes sense why he went out there and went at Rob, but he doesn't have beef with Rob. It all makes sense. Magic had to protect the Lakers overall. So Magic took the blow to protect the Lakers because this stuff was in the courts. This could have destroyed the Lakers, and it would have all been Magic Johnson's fault for getting in bed with these motherfuckers. Peep game. Read the paragraph, y'all. It all makes sense now. Then on April the 9th, Magic Johnson announced his surprise resignation from the Lakers. In his deposition, Johnny Wilkes said Dennis Robertson asked him to arrange a meeting with Magic Johnson to find out why he quit. Wilkes shared 2 voicemails. They got voicemails. They got voicemails. See, Mr. Mash is a bitch-ass nigga with a cherry thong, like Nia Long. Wilkes, Johnny Wilkes, he shared 2 voicemails with the Washington Post that said he received from Irvin Magic Johnson in the weeks after he stepped down. And one of the voicemails, Magic Johnson confirms the meeting and asked Wilkes to send Uncle Dennis Robertson his cell number. Boy, this is damning right here. And let me tell y'all the levels of how high this is. I'm going to tell you guys something. And this is very bad right here, y'all. A lot of people are going to get shitted on with this, bro. Kawhi shit, bro. I personally, now I have a completely different reason why I think Magic Johnson had to quit. Because Magic Johnson's Magic. If he didn't like what Rob Pelinka's doing, that's Magic Johnson. He'd kick his ass out of there, right? And let me say this to you. You guys, I'm going to put Mr. Mass on timeout because he's a troll. First of all, let's say this. I guarantee you Kawhi Leonard's uncle. I guarantee you Kawhi Leonard and none of these people are going to sue the Washington Post. I guarantee you they won't. Because the Washington Post will drop them fucking voice messages. And they done. It's over with. This is the reason. This is the real reason why Kawhi Leonard didn't go to the Lakers. It's all being exposed in front of the entire world. It says, then on April the 9th, and we all thought it was Rob Pelinka. It wasn't Rob. That's why Magic is still cool with Rob. It wasn't Rob. Rob Pelinka never could have had word over Magic Johnson. Ever. Magic Johnson was the Lakers. He could have never had word over Magic. Never. That would have never happened. I now truly believe that Magic Johnson quit to save the reputation of the Lakers after he realized how far they had gotten into the rule, bro, this shit's bad. Read the investigation right here. It says, then on April the 9th, Magic Johnson announced his surprise resignation from the Lakers. In his deposition, Johnny Wilkes said Dennis Robertson asked him to arrange a meeting with Irvin Magic Johnson to find out why he resigned. Wilkes shared 2 voicemails with the Post that he said he received from Magic Johnson in the weeks after he stepped down. And one, Johnson confirms the meeting and asked Johnny Wilkes to send Uncle Dennis his cell phone number. And another, Magic Johnson asked him to tell Kawhi, let's go and win these next 7 championships in the next 10 years, with the Lakers. It's over with, bro. It's over with, bro. They forced Magic Johnson out. I believe, and I'm sad to say this, man. I am sad, man. This breaks my spirit, bro. They got Magic Johnson on tape, man. He recorded Magic. Magic made a mistake. They forced Magic to quit. I'm willing to bet anything I got. When Jeannie and him found out about this, They told Magic, hey, you're going to go out there and quit right now. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They have quotes from the audio. If it's a lie, Magic Johnson's lawyers would have instantly came out and filed a lawsuit, bro. They would have instantly came out and sued the Washington Post. The Post has the video, the audio. Johnny Wilkes was not lying. He gave the newspaper the audio of Magic Johnson. Everybody thought it was Rob. It was never about Rob. They used Rob as an excuse to make it seem like Magic quit because Rob this, Rob. It wasn't that. They used that to throw everybody off what it really was, because if the NBA got a whiff of this, which now we don't know how much the NBA knew about this and may have not did anything. Magic Johnson took one for the team. He took one for the team. Oh, man, bro. Oh, my God, man. This is absolutely fucked, man. Oh, my God. I can't believe what I just wrote, what I just read. Y'all read that again. Johnny Wilkes shared 2 voicemails with the Post that he said he received from Magic Johnson in the weeks after he stepped down. In one, Magic Johnson confirms. See, y'all have to read this. He got these after that. Magic Johnson did not step down because of beef with Rob Pelinka, because he still would have been trying to help Rob behind the scenes. I think that they found out that what Magic, I think that Magic, the Lakers brass found out that how Magic had moved in this situation, and they had to get him out of there in case some shrapnel came down, that it wouldn't destroy all the Lakers. Oh my Jesus. Wilkes shared 2 voicemails with the Post. And y'all wonder why Kawhi Leonard's not going to play no games. You wonder why Kawhi Leonard is out right now. They don't want him answering none of these questions. Kawhi Leonard and his uncle and them, they knew the Post was working on this article because the Post called Kawhi Leonard's uncle and all of them and asked them for statements for this article. I told y'all, when that death penalty come down, it's over with. It's over with. When the death penalty comes down on these fools, it's over with, man. This is truly sad, man. So Wilkes shared 2 voicemails with the Post that he said he received from Johnson in the weeks after he stepped down. And one, Johnson confirms the meeting and asks Johnny Wilkes to send Uncle Dennis his cell number. In another, Magic Johnson asked him to tell Kawhi, let's go and win these next 7 championships in the next 10 years. You know, with the Lakers, end quote. Kawhi Leonard has denied that Johnny Wilkes played a role in his free agency decision, and the Lakers did not respond to requests for comment. Magic Johnson also did not respond and told ESPN at the time that he was in touch with Kawhi Leonard through an intermediary and only informally supporting the Lakers. That's why Magic did that shit, bro. Magic Johnson took one for the fucking team, bro. Magic Johnson stepped down from the Lakers so he would not be found illegal of breaking rules. That's why Magic wanted the Lakers to win so fucking bad. When Kawhi came off, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Magic quit because if he was working officially for the Lakers, that would have broken league rules. Magic quit so the Lakers could try to get Kawhi. And he could talk to Kawhi's people without him being a formal part of the team. That way they couldn't say that the Lakers cheated. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was never about Rob Pelinka. Oh my God. It was never about Rob Pelinka. I can't believe this. It was all about Kawhi. Magic Johnson quit. Read this last paragraph right here on the screen. Magic Johnson also did not respond. This is Magic Johnson, who also did not respond, told ESPN at the time that he was in touch with Kawhi through an intermediary and only informally supporting the Lakers. Magic quit so that if anything was done, it would not kill the Lakers because he wasn't formally working with the Lakers. It had nothing to do with Rob Pelinka been getting killed this whole time, and Rob Pelinka just took one for the team. The article goes on to say, but by then, Johnny Wilkes' attention had turned to the LA Clippers. Oh my God. Magic Johnson, the last real nigga alive. As Kawhi Leonard entered free agency, Steve Ballmer, the former Microsoft CEO and the Clippers billionaire owner, was facing a seemingly impossible task, challenging the Lakers as the best basketball show in town. He had spared no expense since buying the team in 2014. He was building a new arena so the Clippers wouldn't have to share home court with their crosstown rivals. He had poached Jerry West from the Golden State Warriors. He had put together exciting playoff teams, but none had reached the conference finals. Now he needed a star, which meant he needed Uncle Dennis Robertson. The Clippers officials have been trying to build connections with Kawhi's inner circles for years. Record show. This is it. Oh my God. This is fucking it. They have proof. I told you, motherfuckers. Hold on. I'll put this on the screen. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Oh, shit. Hold on, man. Put this on the screen, y'all. Hold on. Oh, shit. What the All right, you guys. It says Clippers officials, as y'all see, have been trying to build connections with Leonard's inner circle for years. Records show. Not gossip, not innuendos, records. Second paragraph, y'all. Mark Hughes, the team's assistant general manager and former assistant coach at San Diego State, had reached out to Kawhi Leonard's personal trainer, Shelton, as early as 2017, when the Clippers began sensing some discontent between Kawhi Leonard and the San Antonio Spurs, Shelton alleged in his lawsuit. Over roughly 15 phone calls and at least 7 meetings, according to Shelton, Hughes asked him for information regarding Kawhi Leonard's needs and emphasized the Clippers' desire to sign Kawhi Leonard. Shelton alleged that Mr. Hughes and Lawrence Frank, the Clippers GM, told him he would have a job with the team if Kawhi Leonard signed. The Clippers denied the allegations. They called that lawsuit a shakedown attempt, right? They called that lawsuit a shakedown attempt, right? The case is ongoing. And the Clippers argue that Shelton's contract stipulated that any disputes go to arbitration. In April of 2019, the day after Magic Johnson left the Lakers, the Clippers found another channel to Kawhi Leonard and Uncle Dennis Robertson. Johnny Wilkes, Uncle Robertson's old friend, spoke to Sam Watson, a Los Angeles boxing promoter who shared a mutual friend with Jerry West, according to text messages reviewed by the Post. In his deposition, Johnny Wilkes said he couldn't recall Uncle Dennis ever explicitly asking him to make inroads with the Clippers. But he said he believed they had a general understanding that he would facilitate back channels. The chain of communication revealed in court records and messages reviewed by the Post is representative of how informal negotiations take shape before NBA free agency officially opens. Sam Watson reached out to his Boxing World colleague, Showtime broadcaster Jim Gray, who was close friends with Jerry West. Jerry West met with Johnny Wilkes that evening at halftime of the last Clippers home game in the 2019 regular season. Jerry West had the impression that Johnny Wilkes and Dennis Robertson were purportedly the best of friends. He said in his deposition, this is in court paperwork, y'all. Jerry West said that Johnny Wilkes and Uncle Dennis were the best of friends in his deposition. Jim Gray declined an interview request for the story, and Jerry West passed away last year. RIP to Jerry West. In a June 2019 messages and court records show, let me repeat this again. This is all the dirty backdoor shit that's going on. And this ain't no lies or innuendos. This is on paperwork, my nigga. This on paperwork. So can't nobody come in here saying, oh, Ticket Man, they're lying and making this shit. Nah, nigga. This on paperwork. This in court on paperwork. See, all this shit gonna get exposed. All that shit I told y'all, all this shit gonna get exposed to the whole public. Fuck y'all know got 25 LLCs in the NBA. Look, y'all. In June of 2019, messages in court records show that Jerry West and Johnny Wilkes discussed Kawhi Leonard's future over phone calls and text messages. Jerry West said in his deposition that their conversations were usually about Uncle Dennis. On a call a few days before the Clippers' July meeting with Kawhi Leonard, Johnny Wilkes told Jerry West that his services nudging Leonard to the Clippers would cost $2.5 million. Wilkes said in his deposition, adding that Jerry West replied that they could sit down and talk about it. Jerry West, in his deposition, denied saying that. The allegations later sparked an NBA investigation, which concluded proposal and offered him a cut. When Kawhi Leonard and his family arrived in LA for the pitch meetings, Johnny Wilkes drove them around. He said in an interview, an account corroborated by his text messages. He has proof. He has proof. He has proof. He has proof. And to this nigga who said, ain't no way media one-on-one. Let me answer you because you a fucking buffoon. You says millionaires haggling billionaires here. I don't get what's the point of covering this. I'm gonna tell you what's the point of covering this, cocksucker, the block lovers, and you block bitch ass nigga. The point of covering this is because this is a competitive sport where in a competitive sport, money is used as an advantage over other teams. So let me give you an example. You dumb son of a bitch. And I'm gonna cook your ass right now because you a fucking idiot. The Toronto Raptors made an investment. They traded a key player of theirs in order to take a shot with Kawhi Leonard. The Toronto Raptors did everything right with Kawhi and won a championship. The Toronto Raptors, by acquiring Kawhi Leonard, you idiot, they themselves, by acquiring Kawhi Leonard, the Toronto Raptors put themselves in a position to be the main teams to keep Kawhi because they're the only team that could pay Kawhi the most money. So you lost assets to get Kawhi. Everything worked out, you damn fool. And the Toronto Raptors were supposed to be the beneficiaries because only them could pay Kawhi Leonard the most money and give him the extra year and like almost $50 million more. So no other team was supposed to be able to get an advantage by saying we'll pay you under the table to get you to leave them. That's illegal. That's why it's wrong, you cocksucker. Because another team gave up assets in a trade to get you, and you won a championship with them. And they was going to be able to pay you on the books more than anyone else. That's why the NBA rules make it like that. When you acquire that type of player and their bird rights, you idiot, that you can pay them more than anybody else. That way you don't lose everything for nothing. That would be an unfair advantage, right? That's why. So that's the reason why this is outright foul. Because the Toronto Raptors did everything right by him. They won, and they was going to pay him the 5-year contract. Every other team could only give him 4. So the only way he was going to get that extra 50-some million, 48 million or $50 million is if another team paid him under the table, which is illegal. Learn basketball, you dumb son of a bitch. Now, back to what I was saying right here. And I'm going to put this on the screen. I swear people ain't got no brains on YouTube or a head to put it in. It just don't make no sense how stupid some of these people are, bro. It's comical. It's comical. It's very comical. If nobody would have had that money, Kawhi Leonard would have stayed his ass in Toronto and got that money. Trust me. If nobody else would have paid him that money on the table, he would have took his ass back to Toronto and got that bread. Ain't nobody turned down $50 million. But when you have other teams that can cheat and pay you under the table, now that F's up the whole NBA system. Let's keep going. More evidence. Right here. When Kawhi Leonard and his family arrived in Los Angeles for the pitch meetings, Johnny Wilkes drove them around. He said in an interview account, corroborated by text messages. Wilkes said he joined the family for Kawhi Leonard's birthday party at Drake's Hidden Hills Estate, snapping photos of Uncle Dennis smiling in the goddamn swimming pool, and shuttled them to the Four Seasons Hotel where Kawhi Leonard met with the Lakers. He got all the evidence of this. The newspaper said they corroborated it. The morning of the Clippers pitch meeting, Jerry West contacted Johnny Wilkes, leaving a voicemail inviting him to dinner as a show of gratitude, according to court documents, cocksucker. But I'm lying and making shit up, right? I'll show you what the exact text messages said. And this is the reason why. Everybody wants to know why the Lakers are so upset at Kawhi. You got your socks about to be blown off when I show y'all what the text messages said. I got the transcript from the text messages, y'all. And guess what? Now you are all about to see why the Lakers hated Jerry West. We never knew why the Lakers hated Jerry West so much. We never knew. But the Lakers hated Jerry West because the Lakers wanted Kawhi at that time. They thought they were going to get him with LeBron James and run the table. Remember, the Lakers lost everything in free agency because they waited on Kawhi. They thought they were getting Kawhi. The Lakers got played. And the Lakers were heated that Jerry West helped them do it. That's why Jerry West they banned him from going allegedly in the crypto before he died. Remember, he died hating the Lakers. But let me put this on your screen. According to the court documents, read your screen right there, y'all. First paragraph. And I quote, "Just wanted to thank you for your help," end quote. Jerry West texted Johnny Wilkes hours before the meeting, according to messages viewed by the Washington Post. Second, quote, "Please tell everyone to pitch life after basketball to Kawhi." Johnny Wilkes replied, "That's what he really wants to hear. That nigga don't want to play. He's talking about life after basketball. Didn't I tell y'all that this weak knee ass, capping ass nigga? Didn't I tell y'all that it ain't all about the love of the fucking game, in my opinion, about that nigga? Didn't I tell y'all this? Here we go. Please tell everyone to pitch life after basketball to Kawhi." Johnny Wilkes replied, "That's what he really wants to hear." Jerry West wrote to him. Now listen to this. This is why the Lakers were hot. And I quote, "If he would go to the Lakers, he would be LeBron's caddy," Jerry West wrote. Oh boy, you know why the Lakers is mad than a motherfucker right now, boy. Johnny Wilkes then wrote, "Fuck the Lakers." He responded, "This is between you and Toronto. Didn't I tell you motherfuckers Kawhi was going back to Toronto if the Clippers didn't pay that money? They done, motherfucker. Done, nigga. I told y'all this shit. Nick, the walls got ears, little nigga." He told him in the text, man, "Look, I told y'all, you make them deals, you get that money. Toronto, this is the reason why. Fuck the Lakers," he responded. "This is between you and Toronto. Told y'all. Told you." If Toronto, all Toronto had to do was hope that, and see, even if Toronto would have paid Kawhi under the table, Kawhi would have got even more money. Because he would have got the extra year he got with Toronto that nobody else could give him, and he would have got all that extra money under the table. But y'all niggas get mad at me when I come here and tell the truth. Bitch ass niggas. Now, read the article, y'all. So, in the middle, it says, "Fuck the Lakers." Wilkes responded, "This is between you and Toronto," end quote. In the days after the July 1 meeting, Jerry West checked in with Johnny Wilkes. Here's the quote. But these motherfuckers tell me I'm lying. "When can we expect a decision," end quote, Jerry West asked on July the 4th. "Don't want to be a pest and frankly don't want to bother Dennis anymore. If you hear anything, please let me know. Thank you for all your help," end quote. Johnny Wilkes said, We'll call you later. We'll talk to Dennis again, end quote. Jerry West relayed the update to Steve Ballmer. They the strippers, dog. They the strippers, nigga. They the strippers. Getting stripped down in front of the world. But y'all niggas mad at me. Y'all niggas mad at me for keeping it 100. We've been telling y'all this. Me, Too Raw, Atlantean, James, Hearn. We've been telling y'all niggas his nigga name is Kawhi. Nigga ain't want to listen. No, I wonder if my boy Dreamers Pro gonna do a video about this. I wonder, I love Dreamers Pro. I really do. I Dreamers Pro a good dude. I wonder if he gonna make an outright live and go in on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said, why you keep saying Dreamers Pro? Because I actually respect Dreamers Pro. I actually respect Dreamers Pro, right? I don't respect a nigga like Mr. Mass. You know why? Because he shows me he gets on his knees and does whatever somebody needs him to do. Right? Read the screen, y'all. The next message. And I quote, one of my guys is talking with Dennis. End quote. He texts the Clippers owner, Jerry West, text Steve Ballmer that one of my guys is talking with Dennis. He's going to let me know if he can find out anything. We'll let you know when I hear from him, end quote. Second paragraph. That night, Johnny Wilkes texted Dennis Robertson that he had talked to Jerry West on a three-way call with Sam Watson about a proposal for Steve Ballmer to fund the Kawhi marketing campaign. Dennis Robertson didn't respond, and Wilkes told the Post the proposal never came to fruition. In an interview, Watson denied that the call took place. When shown his own text, Watson denied the call took place in an interview. But when Sam Watson was shown his own text messages with Johnny Wilkes about the call, he then said he didn't recall the exchange, and the Clippers declined to comment. Uh-oh, I got myself a wet. But really, I don't need the heat, right? It's getting worse, y'all. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. I told you, this is the end of Kawhi Leonard and Steve Ballmer and the LA Strippers. And I told y'all, nigga, I'll be front row for this shit. Because these niggas is all cap, nigga. All cap. All cap. And I come with goddamn receipts, nigga. Now, if the Washington Post is lying, tell Steve Ballmer to go ahead and sue them. So they can pull out them audios in front of everybody and put out them text messages in front of the whole world and then really strip Kawhi down for who he really is, him and his uncle, and Steve Ballmer, and the whole strippers organization. Right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Sam Watson is a black guy you always see in the ring for PBC fights. He's a black guy you see in the ring all the time after the fight's over with. The older black guy that be with all the fighters. That's Sam Watson. Anyways, it says the next day, Steve Ballmer texts Jerry West. Where did your guy think he's leaning? They got the text messages, nigga. The fuck y'all niggas get mad at me? They got the text messages. Could not get an indication, West wrote back. 2 days later, Jerry West and Steve Ballmer got their answer. Kawhi Leonard signed a 3-year, $103 million contract with the LA Strippers. Shelton, the trainer, went with him. The Clippers hired him for a salary that peaked at $235,000 according to court documents that include his contract and termination letter, and he stayed with the team until it fired him in 2023 amid a dispute over Kawhi Leonard's injury recovery timeline. But Shelton didn't negotiate his contract with Lawrence Frank. He later claimed in his lawsuit because Lawrence Frank dealt directly with Uncle Dennis. And Uncle Dennis, the lawsuit alleged, told Shelton that he would not permit the Clippers to hire him unless he gave Uncle Dennis a 10% of his total compensation, and the Clippers denied those allegations as well. Johnny Wilkes went on to sue the Clippers too, claiming they owed him money for his assistance in getting Kawhi Leonard to sign with the team. Jerry West, Steve Ballmer, Lawrence Frank, and Kawhi Leonard all sat down for depositions, which were sealed from public view, but obtained in part by the Post. Right? Now, the judge dismissed the case because Wilkes never formed a contract with the Clippers. So the fact that he didn't have a contract, but a verbal contract should be, but here's the thing. You're talking to Jerry West. Jerry West was kind of unofficial as well in his role with the Clippers. So that's how the Clippers avoided that. After Kawhi Leonard signed with the Clippers, he and Uncle Dennis made a flurry of new business moves through their LLCs. Look at this, y'all. Look, I want y'all to show you. I want to show y'all this. This nigga is exposed. This nigga is exposed. I'm gonna put this on the screen. This is what happened after Kawhi signed with the Clippers. I'm finna show y'all right now. Loving you. Let me show y'all this. And this right here is gonna be woo-wee. It's gonna be the smoker right here, y'all. Read this right here, y'all. I need everybody to read this right here. After Kawhi Leonard signed with the Clippers, he and Uncle Dennis made a flurry of new business moves through their LLCs. A $6.6 million house near San Diego. Also, a $6.7 million penthouse suite in Los Angeles. Also, a $17.1 million house overlooking the ocean near Malibu. Of the 32 companies Kawhi Leonard or Dennis Robertson have started during his 14-year career, 28 of those, hold on, let me say this again. Of the 32 companies Kawhi Leonard or Uncle Dennis started during Kawhi's entire career, 28 of them were registered since 2019, the day he signed with the strippers. A sprawling portfolio that includes energy drinks, music production, content creation, management consulting, sports camps, and real estate investment. One of them now is at the center of a scandal, KL2 Aspire, founded in 2021, the year that Kawhi Leonard negotiated a new contract with the LA Clippers. The LLC, which lists Kawhi Leonard as its manager, received payments from a $28 million marketing deal with the company Steve Ballmer invested in. According to a contract obtained by Pablo Torre, former employees of the company, Aspiration, told Torre the deal was designed to help the Clippers circumvent the NBA salary cap rules, and that Uncle Dennis contacted the company CEO about a contract for Kawhi Leonard to receive equity. Steve Ballmer, in an interview with ESPN, said he introduced Kawhi to Aspiration leaders, but had no knowledge of the endorsement contract and no role in arranging it. In a statement posted on social media, Aspiration's former CEO, who pled guilty to wire fraud after the company went bankrupt this year, said that before signing the sponsorship, I don't remember having conversations about the NBA salary cap. In the years since, Kawhi Leonard signed a contract extension with the Clippers and purchased his largest property yet. One of his real estate companies brought up 7 parcels of land spanning more than 300 acres deep in the mountains northeast of San Diego, assessed at around $16.9 million. The grounds include a house neighboring a cattle ranch, vacant fields, zoned for agriculture, and a small private airport with an unpaved landing strip. Gnarled branches and sagebrush line the bumpy dirt road that leads to mountains properties curving along cliffside switchbacks overlooking a rocky canyon. Phone service fades away miles before reaching the front gate. Behind a barbed wire fence, a border, a boulder bears a message in white paint, no trespassing. It's the sort of place that might appeal to someone who wants to get away from everything and not be found. Ladies and gentlemen, they have the text messages and all these things, man, and the voicemails. It's only a matter of time before the NBA has to tell the truth and expose everything. And it's sad because it has to go down like this. It's sad because so many people are going to be exposed in this. It's sad. Um, but as I told you guys, the truth will always come out. It will always prevail. And a lie, well, lie, is going to get exposed. Now, I dropped the link to all you brothers that's back there listening. Speak now or forever hold your peace. There's the link. Now, whose man is this? Speak now or forever hold your peace, brother man. You scared? You scared of that work? You scared? If you scared, say you scared. If you scared, say you scared, dog. Nothing? Mr. Mass, there's the link. There's the link. You running your mouth. There's the link. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Mass, what up? Sucker? What's up? Mass. I'm an ass man. See how these dudes run, man? They see me, they run. Like I said, I dropped the link 4 times, and this bum ain't nowhere to be found. This is how they do. But once again, I stand on business. Like, share, subscribe, everybody. Mr. Ass is a nobody, and he's been ethered once again. The game is almost over. When the NBA comes back with the death penalty, especially now because they have to tell the truth because the FBI is on that ass, it's a wrap. Mr. Mass, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, buddy. Bye, ass man. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe once again. There are links. Get the free membership. on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there, you can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drought weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.